Hi, good morning. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday.
Yes, Monday. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the
Yes.
world. And we are so happy to be here with you. And your safe space is where you can find and be yourself. And we're going to talk about how being a safe space, creating a safe environment really starts with you. And you are the one who is the safe space that's needed for the relationship, both of you.
Sounds good.
So, the big question is this: how do married couples like us, who have busy schedules, run high-performing businesses, face challenges daily, raise multiple children,
And yet, still remain in love, passionate, and happy like when we first dated?
that is the question. And this show will give you the answers.
Welcome to the Savanh Family Show.
Master your relationship, your life, and your business now.
Welcome back.
Yes. And yes, we are super excited. So let's start with this thing that we are creating, to celebrate wins and be grateful for every single day. So
Yes.
let us know. Let's start with this in the comment section. What are you grateful for? What are you, celebrating? If you, hopefully you had an awesome week last week, and let us know in the comments. Yes. What about us?
Yes, I am grateful that, there's so many resources that is out there that allow us to learn and pivot. Compared to, I would say 10 years ago, everything that you need to learn, you have to just go on to the library and look for them. And nowadays, it's just within a click, and you just need to know where to find and how to find them.
Yes.
And we find that we are very blessed to know all the tips and tricks so that we can actually bring you to the next level.
Yes, I was just talking to one of our students last week, and she talked about being overwhelmed, and but she also brought something to my attention, which was pretty amazing. She says, "You know what, though, I really enjoy being overwhelmed because I have a lot of information that I need to apply, that I actually have it here, and I just have to do now, versus being overwhelmed because I don't know where to start."
Ooh, that's
Right.
a good one.
So I was like, yeah, it's pretty amazing, because you're right. If you look at that, right, overwhelmed by, I have a lot. I know I have everything within me here to actually execute. I just need to execute. So really, the overwhelm really is now because of the execution. And with her saying that, I was like, oh, that makes a ton of sense. So, I would rather give I would over deliver as much information as I possibly can to our students, so that they feel overwhelmed because they have so much information, and all they have to do to actually just take action, versus not knowing how to do it at all. So
yes, I think relationship is the same thing. That's the reason why we're sharing, these episodes, because sometimes you just get overwhelmed because you don't know what is going on with your relationship. You just don't know, why is he mad? Why is she not happy, right? Or I didn't say anything to make him mad, but why is he, doing this or that? And the truth is, there's a lot of reason behind it, and there's a lot of science behind it too.
Yes.
And we really enjoy, helping other people to create the aha moment, so that in that way together we can do all the impossible things.
Yes, most definitely. So we're going to continue our best relationship advice series, and today's topic is be the safe space. And
Yes.
In order to create the safe environment or safe space in the relationship, this is a really great topic, because you are the safe space.
Yes.
So you have to be the safe space first, right? So I a while back I asked my wife here, because that's one of the things that I really want to provide, is that she feels safe. Like, she feels that she can be her authentic self, and I can be my authentic self. That we have a safe environment, right? But on my side of things, because I am the provider, protector of her, right? I want to make sure that I protect her even from myself. So I want to make sure that she feels like she can always be herself. She feels enough. She feels loved by me, and that she doesn't have to change. She doesn't have to do anything, to walk on eggshells or glass or anything like that. I want her to be her true 100% authentic self, because that's who I love. And I asked her, I said, do you feel that? Do you feel like I create a safe environment? And you know, one of the things that you know, really the aha moment for us was, it's not that it's just the environment that she has to feel safe in, or I do. It's about, you know, the person actually truly bringing to the relationship that they are the safe space, that they're the creator of the safe space. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I really love this topic because I truly do. I need to, you know, the result of the safe environment, safe space is really starts from me. I should already know. I don't even have to ask her. I can pretty much know that, okay, I know what I bring every single day, because there's an energy, right? Life is energy, the relationship is energy. And if I feel like, yes, I am really providing her safe space, I don't even need to ask her that, because I should be already feeling that I am. Does that make sense? So, yeah.
Yes, and I think you know, safe space definition is very different for men and for the women.
Yeah.
I want all of you guys to listen to this very carefully, because the truth is they are very different. Just kind of like what you know, another episode that we have done before. And again, if you really like us, echo us, you know, subscribe to our channel, you know, check out all the playlists that we have in the past.
Yes.
For women, you know, even just to, you know, walk to a parking lot in the middle of the night and then hearing some sizzling sound, you know, that make us feel unsafe. You know, if the wind blows by in the middle of the night when we're walking to a parking lot, it make us feel unsafe. For men, it's just like, oh, I'm just walking into a parking lot, you know, and if you engage me, I'm just gonna punch you in the face. That's how my husband usually react to it. However, for me, it's like, I don't know, you know, the unknown actually make me feel very nervous, right? Mm-hmm. You know, we learned from John Gray too, and John Gray was talking about, you know, raising kids. They need mom and dad at the same time. Why? Because mom will show you how to prepare before the event, right? Hey, it might be cold, so bring the jackets, right? You might get dirty, bring extra sets of clothes. Mm-hmm. You know, bring extra sets of, you know, bring extra water bottle, because in case you're thirsty. So then we will stuff up this bag and just bring it with you, because just in case if something happened, right? Yes. And then the dad will just like, you know what? Let's just go. And then you're like, what? You just go? And then, you know, and then you're just starting to be like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I will go there. I got money, right? I got my credit card. If they're cold, I'll buy them a jacket. If they are thirsty, we'll just buy a bottle of water. Yep. If they are, you know, if they got wet, we'll just go buy another set of clothes. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. However, if you really look into the two, who is right? Right? Who's right? Yeah, they're both right.
Yeah, to me, if they're thirsty, there's a pond somewhere we can drink from, you know.
Well, I don't think that's a good idea. Just do it, but don't let me know. However, did you see like the safe space between the two are very different. The standard are very different. So, you know, that's why, you know, communication needs to happen. And that brings us to the tip number 1, yes, which is listen with empathy. Yes. You know, you have to listen to the empathy. You need to really understand, you know, like what John Maxwell say, you know, seek to understand, then to be understood. Because again, we are definitely wired very differently. So we really need to understand where and, you know, how each other come from.
Yes, most definitely. Empathy is one of those things where it's an understanding, right? It's an understanding, you know, I've talked about this before, where you walk a while in their shoes, right? But don't walk a while in their shoes and really see it through your lens, right? When you walk in somebody else's shoes, see it through their lens. That's empathy, right? To really understand what are they, you know, what are they thinking, what are they going through, to really empathize them, really truly understand what is, you know, what is, how are they feeling, right? What are they going through? And that is so important, to really listen with all of it, right? Listen with your heart, to empathize with the person and really feel what they're going through, instead of you assuming that this is how they are feeling. Yeah.
Yes, and I think a lot of time, you know, sometimes just like, you know, we also take things personally, you know, before we, you know, almost got into our divorce, you know. Whenever we don't agree with each other, we just feel like, oh, you know, you're doing this because you're trying to make me mad, or you're doing this because you don't respect me. Sometimes it is really not like that. It's just that we are wired very differently, and we just really need to understand that. And I think that brings us to, you know, tip number 2, you know, be considerate, you know, be considerate of, you know, how each other's feelings are. Yes. Because the truth is, again, we're wired very differently, and we are polar opposite. The reason why we fall in love with each other, because I want to be him. I think to a certain extent he wants to maybe not be me, but he loves the way I am, because he doesn't have that in him.
Yes. Yeah. Be considerate, right? You have, you know, it's almost like, you know, treat others how you want to be treated, right? So, you know, when I look at something like be considerate of your partner, I just literally, the whole goal, I think, in life, in a relationship, is how can you give, right? Just give and think of the other partner all the time, and think of what you're doing is a huge, in terms of, you do things for other people, right? You're more considerate, like how would they feel, or how that thing that decision you're gonna make, and anything like that, how will it affect them? You know what I mean? And when you're very considerate like that, when you look outside of yourself, you look on the other person, whether it's a relationship with your wife or your family or kids or somebody at work, it just doesn't matter. When you're more considerate of other people, things just, you react differently, right? You make better decisions that way as well. So
yes. Love it.
Yes.
So are you being considerate in your relationship? If it's a yes, type it down below. It's a yes. If it is a no, so what are you going to do to improve it? So type it down below, so that way we will know where are you. Most likely you're way ahead of a lot of the people out there, because you're obviously searching and seeking how to get your relationship better.
Yes.
So just let us know, so that way we can get some communication through you, right?
Yes. And then the next tip, do not don't forget about humor. Don't forget about the child play, the fun, the excitement, the kiddo, right? Pull that person out, and very, very important to make sure that there's humor in your relationship at all times. Really, I mean, we enjoy having fun. We enjoy playing around and things like that with the kids, with each other, and life doesn't have to be as serious, and responsibility and being responsible, and even though we're adults and all parents and all that stuff, but don't forget about humor. Don't forget that a laugh really is very healthy, right? To be happy is very healthy, and add some humor in your relationship, right? Into your family, and we do it all the time. We joke around, we play around, we wrestle, we tell jokes, we do as much as we can to laugh as much as we can.
Yes, absolutely. I think besides it is fun to do, I think another thing too is it serves as a pattern interrupt. So let's say your wife was mad, right, and you are just creating a joke that is just so hard for her not to laugh, because you're so silly to a point where she just can't stop laughing. And as soon as she starts laughing, what happened? You interrupted her going to be mad into something fun and happy. And I don't know whether you know or not, when you are happy, you create different type of feelings, and happiness also associate with safety. So if you're happy all the time, usually you will feel like you're really in a safe space.
Yeah.
Yes. So, again, when how I really feel about how safe I am, just like what the first 3 points that we just brought up, I know that my husband will listen to me with empathy. Even if he doesn't understand me, he will be considerate of what I'm thinking. And then if not, sometimes you'll just crack a joke so that, we'll just laugh it off and, move past it. I think those are very important. What do you think? Yes. Again, let us know in the chat, what do you think? And that brought us to our last point.
Yes. Be honest about imperfections, right?
Yes.
I love, whose song is that? All of Me, All of You song, we talk about all your imperfections and all your curves and all your edges, all that stuff.
Is it perfect?
Anyways.
Ed Sheeran, perfect?
No.
Okay.
So it's about imperfections, right? It's about being truly honest. You don't try to change or correct each other, right? We all we're not perfect by all means, and if you believe you are, then ultimately that is the lowest standard possible on earth, because it's about progress, right? And really, to being honest with the imperfections. I know that I am not perfect by all means. I will accept my imperfections, and thus I don't, I ask her if I can accept it, then my partner does accept it as well. So
yes, and just like what Joe just typed in, just like what he said, make significant laugh at time, eases the feeling and the tension, whatever it may
Most
be,
definitely.
and just make them forget it for a while. So thank you for, your contribution. That is amazing, and we totally agree upon it.
Those are great pattern interrupts for sure.
Exactly, and again, I think be honest about imperfection. I think this is huge point. Even though we're husband and wife, there's two things that I realize because we are polar opposite of each other.
Yes.
However, when we are together, as couples, I noticed that when we were working with a lot of couples, All of Me by John Legend.
Yes, All of Me by John Legend. Yes, yes. Thank
Yay!
you.
You rock, Joe. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, what's the song? I can't remember his name. I know the song, but I was gonna sing it. But it might be too much.
Because you're amazing singer.
Right.
And then when so when you guys see, like, we just pattern interrupt you, like, are you laughing, smiling right now? The funniest thing is when you're watching a drama and you saw people always say, when we are together, I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna make him exactly like me. And then you're like, man, that's not what you're looking for. The reason why you're in love with him is because of, quote unquote, all the imperfection that he has of him. You're attracted to him because maybe you're soft and he's strong. I mean, that's how we are. I'm a little bit, when I first met him, I was very timid and he's very strong. That's why I fall in love with him, right? And again, be honest with, imperfection. And we're talking about imperfection, but sometimes I think that those are the uniqueness in you.
Yeah.
The uniqueness in you.
Yeah, there's couples who, let's say one passes away, right? For example, a good example of that. And there's the one who's living actually shares stories of, gosh, I miss those things, right? And they don't miss even the memories created together. They miss those things, but they actually, if you boil it down to it, they miss those little things, right? The funny noises that they make, the way they eat, or the little gestures that they make, right? Things like that. And those are the imperfections where if you look at them as like an issue or a problem, well, they're obviously going to be a problem. But if you look at them as, man, those are little things, little quirky things that they actually do that you actually enjoy, right, in the moment. And again, just kind of like going back to where your focus goes, your energy flows, right? And if you look at them as those little quirky moments are the ones that make them, then that becomes perfect for sure.
Yes, when you accept those imperfections, they become the perfection that you are actually seeking for in your relationship.
Yes.
And again, just be honest with them, because sometimes we want to be the perfect person for the other person, and then the expectation and the want to be so perfect become actually the real imperfection. Just be honest with them. Just kind of like, me and my husband right here, he is crazy in my world, right? He's crazy because when I first dated him, I told him that I cannot accept somebody who smokes, and literally next day he quit smoking, and he hasn't picked up a cigarette for the rest of his life. I don't know how he does it. And then he decided that he wanted to lose weight. He just did it, and I was like, and I'm just being honest with him because I wanted to be him, right? I want to be just like him, man. You just just snap a finger and everything just changed. And I realized that I can't. I just cannot do that. It takes me like years just to lose weight because I need to go through my process. I need to accept it and then take it one at a time. But him is just like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm gonna cut out all my carbs, and he just cut out all the carbs. And I was just like, how did you do that? However, whenever we accepted each other imperfection, and he's like, okay, babe, just eat whatever you wanted to eat. It's okay. And then we just, I think that ultimately just you're accepting who you really are, and then the safe space was created. So at least I wouldn't feel guilty or hide in the closet just to eat my noodles so that I can feel good about myself. He's just like, just be you. This is what I do, and this is me. Allow me to be me, and allow you to and so now we allow each other to be each other. Have your own space, be you, be quirky, watch all the crazy shows that you like to watch, and me are the same, and we just really enjoying it. We just really enjoying that.
Yes, love each other. So I know that my friends here, brothers and sisters, I know you guys love this topic. So again, hit the like button, help us grow this channel and help us grow this particular video so that we can share with the world. And also subscribe to our channel. This way, when we upload new videos and or go live, you're going to be alerted every single time. So, and then comment, right? If you have things that you do in your relationship that creates a safe space, to be the safe space in your relationship, then please let us know as well.
Yes, actually, Joe just said that, common mistake in relationship is trying to change your partner to become your ideal partner.
Exactly, yeah.
And thanks for, sharing that, because that is absolutely very crucial. That's, the truth is that's one of the reasons why, we almost got into a divorce too, because I want him to be me and he wants me to be him, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't work,
Yeah, just like
so thank you for sharing that, Joe.
Yeah, just like the movie Jerry Maguire, right? That one scene that I've always talked about, you complete me, right? It's great, it's phenomenal, it's in a movie, it's it's warm, you complete me, right? And it's not. We don't complete each other. What we do is we complement each other.
Yes.
That's the whole point, right?
I like
Yeah,
that.
so we complement each other. So again, thank you very much for watching. Again, there's previous links below of other videos that you can actually watch, as well as look forward to other episodes that we're actually coming up on this particular series. And then there's links that if you want to learn more about us or learn more from us, we definitely would love to really provide you as much value as we possibly can. And really the question of the day is, what are you doing to be the safe space in your relationship so that you can create the safe environment, right? You don't create the safe environment first, you be the safe space first, okay? So we love you very much. We thank you very much. To summarize everything that we covered today, again, be the safe space is to listen with empathy, be considerate of each other, delight in humor, don't forget to have fun in humor, and be honest about imperfections. So we love you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. We look forward to seeing you on the next show. If you like this show, subscribe now.
Remember, mastery starts here.
See you on the next show.